Hello, I am in the UK. I just finished my second year of Minerva University and I have been living in Taiwan for the first semester and then Korea for the second semester, and I've just come all the way back a few weeks ago, and I think it's time to make some more minimalist content because even though I'm now living just out of a suitcase, I have got a lot more things, I think, because I was traveling more in the second year than I did in the first year. And also San Francisco is very expensive. I haven't finished fully unpacking everything, and I'm not sure how much of it I actually want to keep, because I know a lot of them are just very cute souvenirs, like things that don't really serve much purpose. So I'm trying to figure out whether they are worth me leaving them. But over time, if I keep continuing to accumulate things, then I think it can be quite overwhelming. This. You can't see it. But I have been collecting little things like these, and I think they're so cute. But I know I don't really need them. I just need to figure out how much do I really want to keep these kind of things, and whether it's something me worth holding on to them if I really do want to keep them. So to get better at decluttering, I went back to studying again. I have this book. It's a book by the Minimalists. If you don't know the Minimalists, they're the people who helped me become a minimalist in the very first place. And this is my second time reading it. They have several other books as well. But I don't like it a lot. This time I'm reading it with the purpose of trying to reduce unnecessary time spent on things, so especially on my phone or my laptop. I feel like I check social media or my emails or just open my phone too many times, and it really gets on my nerves and it feels like such a waste of time. So I really want to cut down on that. But I feel like this book is not that helpful for me because I already know everything that's written in it. So I decided to use my own method, which I've done before, where you start with a pyramid, and then the bottom of the pyramid is going to be decluttering the easiest things, the easiest physical things. So I will start with basically just any junk that has accumulated. If there are like old receipts in the house, or if there are like these little skincare samples that I keep finding. I got them in Korea from different pop-up stores. These kind of things, if I'm not going to use them, I will make a promise that I either use it immediately, get rid of it, or give it to someone else. Second layer would be things that I have more attachment to. So if they're like books or photos or things where they're kind of important to me, but not very important, or I know I can replace it easily. And then the third one would be the hardest level of things. So that would include more digital things. So if I'm struggling, spending too much time on Instagram, or always going on my emails, or I don't know, always getting caught up on something on my phone, I'm going to try and reduce that. But I'm not particularly sure how that will go. I was writing this yesterday. It looks very messy. I was writing this yesterday in the library on the back of an envelope. But it's basically a list of different apps that I'm using unnecessarily. So by unnecessarily, it just means there is an extent of how necessary each of the apps are. So I do need to check my emails because I will get updates from my university, and I do need to check social media to see my messages. But I don't need to do any more than that. So I basically made a list saying how many times a day I'm going to try to use each of the apps. And then this is going to be my form of digital minimalism. And I hope it works. So I made a video yesterday of me quite sleepily decluttering this bag of things that I had. I had this orange bag. This bag, I was emptying it because when I was leaving Korea, I was in such a rush. And in the end, my suitcase ended up being like 2 kilos overweight, and I had to go to the check-in counter and beg them, please let me take the suitcase. And they let me, but I ignored this big bag of things and I didn't really know what I'd put in it. I just sort of shoved everything in there and left. So I went through it yesterday, and then that is going to be my level 1 of throwing things away. So I'm building up a momentum for how to declutter different things now, and I think it will get easier. And then one of the most important things that I think a lot of people forget to do, including me, is that once you declutter all of this stuff, you'll end up with a lot more space and a lot more time. And so you need to find something to focus to do with your time. So for me, I have been collecting this. This is a little pocket full of very cute things, which a lot of people will call trash. Like this is an old boarding pass. It has Snoopy on it. I think it's nice. This is a perfume sample from a nice Korean store that I went to in Taiwan. And then I have like a movie ticket. Someone drew me in the street in Kyoto when I went home. This is me. I don't know if it looks like me though. And then I have lots of stickers. This is another drawing. They're all basically small things that I just couldn't quite bring myself to throw away. This is from like a concert. Or I have stickers from different galleries. This is from a nice tea shop in China. I couldn't bring myself to throw them away, so I've been collecting them in this little wallet, and I've decided that what I'm gonna do with them is put them in a notebook as a scrapbook. So it doesn't look very pretty yet because I just started it. Bear with me. But I've been doing this. So I have concert ticket and stickers and little drawings. This is from a pop-up where we got free oranges if you like bash the orange thing. And then I have been stealing these cute fonts from Pinterest. I did this last year with Taiwan during my Taiwan semester. I don't want to show you everything, but it looks like this from far away. And it says like my favorite cafe, my favorite district, things I wish I had done, and my favorite song in Taipei, because it started with Spotify Wrapped, and I was like, wow, wouldn't it be nice if I had a Taipei Wrapped? So I drew out like all of the subway stations near where I lived, and just a lot of different things, different numbers, statistics. It's such a nice way for me to look back on the semester, and I am sure that with time it will look more pretty. And as I include more stickers and colors in it like this, it will look better. So that's why I'm collecting these little posters. I'm doing the same thing in England. My house is for sale. And now that I'm leaving for Buenos Aires, the flight is going to be too far to come back home. So it's very possible that this is my last summer in my childhood home. So I was thinking about what the best thing to do is. So yesterday I went into the garden and I picked a leaf from each of the trees, because we have a lot of like fruit trees and flowers, and I'm pressing them all under a big pile of books. And then I'll do the same thing. I'm gonna glue them and put them in a book. But I got distracted. The main point I'm trying to make is that when you start to declutter, you also need to think simultaneously about what you want to add into your life. So in this book, what it's talking about is that you should use your spare time, or the time that you free up from becoming a minimalist, to focus on relationships, on your health, and on your passion, on your creativity, as they call it. And once you focus more on these things, you become happier. And this is how being a minimalist works. It doesn't work just by throwing things away, because you can easily fill the space now with digital junk. And that is a lot harder to declutter than physical things, because with physical things, once they are gone, they are gone. But digital things, even if you try to delete it, they will send you another email, you will see another advert about it, you'll see another reminder. And so it becomes much harder to remove them from your life. So the focus of becoming a minimalist is thinking more about what do you want to do next? What do you want to do with that time? And in the process of decluttering, you can really come to realize, oh, actually I really enjoy painting when you look back at your painting supplies. Or actually I never enjoy this sport, so maybe I don't need this, I don't know, swimming cap anymore, or the goggles anymore. And you learn about your own interest through the physical things and what you would like to try next. And this is how you can benefit the most from it, in my opinion. So I hope that's helpful. I have been enjoying a lot my new scrapbook hobby. Maybe I'll make a little video about this, but I also need to watch my own videos to study how I can make them look nicer. I'm hoping overall it'll become easier for me to focus and monotask rather than constantly multitasking and feeling very busy without actually accomplishing anything. So I hope that you are also thinking a similar thing and you'll also try out a similar thing. Let me know how it goes. I want to hear what it's like for other people as well. Because, sorry, I was going to finish the video, but one critique of this minimalist book is that they're both American white straight men. And I feel it very strongly when I read the book. And I'm not saying it's their fault that there isn't enough diversity in what they're talking about. Like, their examples are all American and the participants are all American. Like, they have a study of different minimalist participants and they are all American. Everybody in the book is American. So I'm curious to see how people are experiencing minimalism from their own viewpoint, because for me, I'm British Japanese, I'm living in different countries, and I'm very young compared to them. They're already like climbed the corporate ladder and they became 30 and realized they don't like it, and then they climb back down again and start doing a different job. But I have not started to work yet. I'm still in university and I want to see how other people are experiencing minimalism. So please let me know. You can tell me in the comments or you can tell me on Instagram, and I would like to hear. Thank you. Bye.
The landing. You may switch to normal mode after landing.